Well, hello, everybody. Come on through. It's been a minute. Yes, it has been. Yes, I'm live. I'm live. I'm live. It's one of those cold Saturday afternoons or evenings, whatever you want to call it. It's 4:33. I know I'm 3 minutes late. I kept changing the time for the live. I know. Wait a minute, y'all, because y'all going to get mad at me. Because, like the last time, some of y'all was in here and I couldn't tell. So let me get on my other phone and pull up the chat on my other phone just in case, honey. Because last time I was saying wasn't nobody in this bitch and it was a whole bunch of y'all. Hey, just Dwayne. And last time it was a whole bunch of y'all, but I couldn't see you. So I'm pulling you up right now on my phone. There was a whole bunch of y'all, but I couldn't see. Oh, yep. See, like right now. So hey, Melissa. Hey, Terry. Hey, Dwayne. Okay, y'all all just came in, so I don't feel bad. It wasn't like before, because I could see y'all on both. Thank y'all for thumbsing up the video. Hey, Monica. Tramel here, y'all. He about to go to the store to get us some dinner and get these cats some food. Thank you for sharing, Monica. Because Jax is losing his mind because he don't have his little pate. And he ain't had his pate for the last 3 mornings. And he has been losing his ever-loving mind. So Tramel is going to get him some pate and get us some dinner and me some snacks. And a soda since he drank all of mine. How you just... let me ask y'all a question. How I'm going to have two sodas in the fridge? I don't mind if he drank one, you know. That's fine. I don't mind sharing. But you gonna drink both of them. And then when I go looking for my soda, I'm like, where's my soda? I know he didn't drink both my sodas. And I come in the room and go, you drink both my sodas? Oh, yeah, I did. Don't worry, I'm about to go to the store. Really? Is that what we doing today? Hey, Melissa. Monica, if he was that thirsty, he could have stuck his head in the toilet and drank some water, honey. He could have stuck his head in the water and in the toilet and drank some water, honey. Not both my sodas, but it's fine. I wasn't even mad to tell you the truth, because I was actually just going to get me some water. Not even. I just when I opened the fridge and saw both my sodas going, I said, "Oh, I know he didn't drink both my sodas." I wasn't even mad at it because I wasn't even going to get the soda for real. So, but I wanted to yell. I had to yell at him. Terry, everything is more or less packed. Everything is more or less packed and at in the kitchen, waiting to go in the car. That's the problem. We trying to figure out how we gonna get all our shit in the car. But like I told Tramel, like dishes and plates and stuff, if I have to put it in storage just for the month and then come back up here and get it, that's fine. Because what I'm not doing is driving 5 hours and then turning around and coming back and getting it another 5 hours. I'll have because I have stuff to do with my car when I get to Jersey that I have to do with my car before I even start driving around in Jersey. So I have to do that. And oh, the way I drink Coke or Pepsi, but I prefer Coke. When I moved down south, I was really, 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 really a Pepsi drinker up until I moved to Atlanta, and they don't believe in Pepsi in the South. I found that out when I moved to the South. And of course, I had no choice but to start drinking Coke because everywhere I went, there was Coke. And I just took a better liking to Coke. But I really was a Pepsi person before I moved down south. Hey, Miss Lois. Because up north, it's all about Pepsi. Like, Up here, you very rarely find people that drink Coke. Everybody up north drink Pepsi. So when I moved to Atlanta, and I'm like, why don't nobody down here have a Pepsi? Like Pepsi was the hardest thing to find to drink. Not that you couldn't find it in the stores or whatever. Like, you go out and you be like, I have a Pepsi. And they be like, no, we only have Coke products. Okay, well, bring me a Coke. And I started, you go to somebody's house and all they have is Coke. And I guess the more I drank it, the more I liked it. Now, y'all know the baby's gonna. Wait, hold on, Melissa. I'm trying to see what you said. I gotta see my other phone. Melissa said, now y'all know the baby's gonna holler about their pate. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Child Jax, he is having a natural fit like every day. He even if his hard food bowl, because we give him hard food and the pate. Jax can have one bowl could be, I guess in his mind, him and Tigger have their own bowl. So Tigger's bowl normally Tigger don't Tigger's bigger than Jax, but I guess Tigger just eats from either bowl. Jax tends to eat from his bowl. So his bowl tends to go down quicker than than Tigger's bowl. So, in my mind, Tigger's bowl is half full. So it's fine. Child, Jax will wake up in the morning or in the middle of the night at 5 or 4 o'clock in the morning, jump in my chest and start meowing. And when he meows to the point of where he won't stop, I'm like, okay, he needs food. And I know it's hard food. Because, see, the pate, he'll meow. But when he see me and Tremel ain't getting up, he'll just lay in the bed and pay it. But when it's the hard food, honey, he just carries on until you get up and give him some. And then I go in there and I be mad as hell because I'm like, okay, first of all, you got about 72 kibble in your bowl. And Tigger got a half a bowl of food and you carrying on because you want your bowl full. I swear to you, I'll fill his bowl up and he will be satisfied. I'm like, are you kidding me right now? Did this cat just wake me up 5 o'clock in the morning because he want a full bowl of food? And Tigger got a half a bowl. Hey, Tyrone and Famous. I'm like, child, listen. So Tremel going to get him some pate because he has been, it's been what, 3 days, 4 days since he had his pate? And he is just running around here meowing his head off. As soon as he gets his pate, he'll stop. Tigger don't play. Tigger talk to you. I mean, not Tigger, Jax. Jax will talk to you and tell you what he want and tell you how he want it. And sometimes he be carrying, child. That meow is just, oh. I be meowing with him. Like, what the hell? Are we talking? What we saying? I mimic his meow and he look at me like I'm crazy. But y'all, the move is going good. We still got a little bit of stuff to pack. But more or less, we are good. We just got to pack the car. So on either the first or the second, I'm going to go get my tires. Let me tell y'all what happened to me. So in the last video I made, I told y'all that the battery in the car was dead, right? And I had to go get a battery. So it was, I think the battery died that Thursday or that Friday. So me and Tremel basically more or less was trapped in the house on the weekend. Because I'm like, I'm not taking this car nowhere on the weekend and try to get a battery because I'm going to be there all day. I'll wait till Monday or Tuesday. So that's what I did. I waited till, well, I was going to go Monday, but then it snowed bad. So I'm like, okay, I'm not going to go Monday. I'll wait till Tuesday. It wasn't really like we had anything to do anyway. Well, Tuesday I had a doctor's appointment, but I didn't. I was going to get up early. I said, well, I'm not going to go to Walmart. I'm going to go to AutoZone because I'm like, people just go to AutoZone to buy the parts that they need and leave. I was like, I'll go to AutoZone because I know they put the battery in the car and they'll keep the old battery. And it'll be quick and easy. So I was like, the longest part of this will be calling Geico to come tow my car up to AutoZone because AutoZone is literally up the block from my house. So it wasn't even like Walmart is further away. AutoZone is literally up the block. Like if I wanted, they could have told me, and if my leg wasn't broken, well, it ain't broken no more. But if it wasn't broken and I could walk normal, I could literally walk to AutoZone if I. It's a long walk, but it could be done. Just to let you know how it's literally up the block from my house. So I get there. Geico comes like immediately. I was like, "Are you kidding me?" You know how you do something and be like, "Okay, I got time. I can take my time getting dressed." Child, I call Geico. The man called me in 5 minutes. Talk about I'm here. I'm like, "Are you serious?" So I'm throwing on some clothes and shit because it was quick. I didn't expect him to get here that quick. So it was funny trying to get into the truck because they would only let one of us go because of COVID. So it was funny trying to get into the truck because I could not pull myself up in that big truck because I can't use my right leg because that's the one that was my knee was broken, so it's still a little weak. So I had to pull myself up with my left one. He's like, "Sir," I was like, "Dude, I'll get it eventually." So I got in. That's a whole funny kiki on his own. So he takes me to AutoZone. We get there. The man, I had already called a guy on the phone. I asked for him. He did what he did. Child, change the battery. Here comes this man walking up, going, "Well, you're not going anywhere with that flat tire." I was like, "Uh-huh. Hey, Monte." I was like, "Did he just say I had a flat tire?" I looked. Why was my tire flat to the ground? I said, "Are you fucking kidding me right now? It's snowing, snow all over the place. The car's at AutoZone. The tow truck had already left." I said, "Are you kidding me right now?" When I tell y'all, I felt so defeated. And the bad part was, let me tell you the bad part. I already had the spare tire in the back of the car because that tire went flat. So I'm sitting there like, okay, I don't have no spare tire because it's already on the car. I was like, "Honey, you didn't get the memo that your little tires was getting changed on the second or the first, that you was supposed to hold up until then when I get my money, bitch." I was so pissed. I'm like, everything I had to do that day, I'm like, then I was mad because I'm like, well, damn, I would have went to Walmart and then I could have got a damn tire while I was there. I was like, hey, are you kidding me right now? So first of all, my car was frozen over. So I had to sit there while this whole sheet of ice melted off the windshield. So I'm sitting there freezing cold while the car get warm. Cause it took forever because the battery's new. So I'm sitting there pissed. And I called Tramel and he's like, well, babe, it's just things that has to, he makes me so sick. Let me tell you, I love my husband to death. I do. I love my husband. But Tramel will piss me off when I'm mad. He's like, babe, it's just stuff with a car. Like, don't let it get you upset. Things happen with a car. And I'm sitting there like, are you kidding me right now? I am fucking pissed. I'm sitting in the motherfucking middle of a snowstorm with a flat motherfucking tire. I got to drive home with a flat tire. And you talking about, I said, and then, like, the shade was, I had no change. So the gas station, like, right around the corner from my house, I couldn't put air in the tire because their little air machine only take quarters. So I'm like, I have no change. Nothing in the car. All I had was nickels and dimes. So I'm like, are you kidding me right now? So I'm like, okay, calm down, bitch. Just calm down. Just Tramel ain't making it no better, babe. It's just things happen, and I'm like, is he kidding me right now? Is he really trying to pacify me? Because when Tramel get mad, honey, and I do that to him, he tell me shut the fuck up. He like, shut the fuck up, I'm mad. Shut the fuck up. So I'm like, Tramel, listen. Because he always want to tell me, it's a plan, babe. It's a plan. We coming into our season. It's a plan. So of course I go off on the tangent. I say, what kind of plan is that? God is playing the game with my motherfucking life, honey. He's sitting back saying, let me see what I could do to this motherfucker to have some more fun with his ass. Like, that's the way I felt. Y'all, when I tell you I felt so defeated, I felt so defeated. It was like I felt good because I'm like, okay, I'm here, get my battery, you know, sat in the house all weekend, even on Monday, and now I'm on Tuesday. I'm gonna go to the doctor. Now I can't go to the doctor because I got a flat tire. When I tell y'all I was so defeated, I don't know why my voice is doing this, but for some reason now when I talk a lot, I lose my voice. But anyway, I was like, are you kidding me right now? I was like, God, is this a plan? Is this part of your plan to play a game with me? Like, I'm not, I can't. Melissa, and I just sat there. And you know what I said? I said, you know what? I feel like you playing a game with me, God. And it's like a game of chess. Like, I move here and you block that move. I move here, you block that move, until I just maneuver and I can maneuver the way you want me to maneuver so that I can win the game. So I'm not gonna get mad. Hey Tristan, I'm not gonna get mad. I'm gonna sit here with my flat tire, and I just gotta deal with it. Like there's no reason. Like all of a sudden I just got this overwhelming peace over me. Like bitch, it is what it is. Ain't nothing you could do about this motherfucker unless you put your mouth on that tire and blow that bitch off. Like I was just so y'all have no idea how defeated I was. And then I was angry. Tremella's like, come get me, babe. Just come pick me up. I'm like, come pick you up. Damn it, I got a flat tire. You want me to drive? Like I said, it was down the block. So I drove to get him. He met me he didn't even let me come all the way home. He walked all the way to the stop sign where I was at. He's like, where you at? I said, I'm almost at the stop sign. He said, stay there. I see him coming around the corner walking. I'm like, oh. So he gets in the car. Let me tell y'all how this is how that day went. We went to the first gas station that'll take like a debit card. Do you know the damn thing wasn't working? It wouldn't take the debit card. I was like, are you fucking kidding me right now? I gotta drive further on this flat ass tire. So I'm mad because I'm like, I'm driving on the rim. I literally was driving on the rim in snow. In snow, I'm driving on the rim. So I start feeling the car digging into the ground. And I'm like, oh my God, are you kidding me right now? So we get to the next gas station. So somebody was must have filled their car up with air. So Tramel just jumped out. He didn't have to use no money because the air pump was still going. And I said, okay, God, I guess this is my blessing. You gave me free air. I said, I'm going to take my free air and I'm going to roll with it. And I'm going to believe that when Tramel puts his air in this tire, it's going to stay pumped up until I get my new tire on the second. And I'm just going to roll with it. And thank God the tire stayed inflated. It hasn't gone down. And I got some free air. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take that as the blessing, keep it moving. Cause that day when I tell y'all defeated was not the word for what I felt. I was just like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me right now? This cannot be happening to me. I'm not gonna believe that everywhere I go, everything was just falling apart. I was like, are you kidding me right now? Have y'all ever had a day like that? Where everything y'all do just start falling apart? And you just be so defeated. And you be like, God, what you doing? You just be like, God, what are you doing? Like, what's going on? But listen, let me tell you, I will have days like that, and then out of the blue, something will happen, and I'm like, okay, God, you see me. This is let me tell y'all. Wait, y'all, give me 1 second, y'all. Give me 1 second. Hey, Trisha. Let me tell y'all. I have been, I have been, me and Tremel. I can't say this. I have because it affects my husband too. Y'all don't know. Me and Tremel in the last month and a half have been tested in ways that it's ridiculous. And sometimes I just sit and I say, you know what? I just want to give up. Like, I really do. I just get sometimes where I'll be like, I just want to give up. And Tremel will tell me, babe, no, it's not our time. We just got to keep going. Then sometimes he'll get to that point like me, and I'm like, babe, it's okay. We gonna be all right. And it's just like, y'all have no idea how hard the last couple of months have been. And it's just, it's one of those things. Terry, you can't. Because when I tell you, it's one of them things where me and Tremel just really, if we didn't comfort each other, trust me, I don't know what we would have done by now. Because me and Tremel, in the last couple of months, it's been a struggle. When I tell you a struggle, I mean a struggle. And it's like at every turn, it's like, are you kidding me right now? It's like we take 2 steps forward and get snatched back three. Take 2 steps forward and get snatched back three. And Tremel always, it's a plan, babe. God got a plan for us. And I sit there and be like, well, child, if this is a plan, this can't be a plan. What kind of plan is this? What is this? And then, because I went through something in 2016, and I always think back to that, and I'm like, you know what? I didn't think that was God's plan either back then. I just felt like it was just me living the worst life that I could ever have at that moment. And then when things started falling into place and I saw how things worked themselves out, I realized that it was a plan. And the plan was to get me to be a certain way and get me to see things in a different light. So right now, I think this plan is for whatever it is. I can't even tell. Well, personally, I think this plan is just for me and Tremel to appreciate the things that we have. And once things start working out for us to appreciate them and not just take them for granted, I really believe that. Not that we do, but I think when you struggle and things start falling into place more, you just learn to not spend money as easily as you did and to hold on to money a little bit tighter. And oh, when I tell y'all, Terry, honestly, I know that. Like, I know that. Once we move, like, once me and Tramel, once we get out of here, we both, like, it's like we are so excited in our spirits because we know once we move, like, everything is going to turn around. Everything is going to turn around. And that's why we're excited. I mean, it's just leading up to it. We only got one more week here, and then the week after next is when we move. And we are just like so excited and elated to leave here and move. And the 4 years we've been married, honestly, it's been a struggle. Though the last 3 years, well, the first year was not a struggle. The second two, this year and the year before, was a mess, a hot mess. But year number four, that's going to be the year everything turns around, which is this year. Which is this year. Because it just it's a lot. It's a lot. And you start feeling down when you, like I said, when you feel like every step you take forward you getting snatched back. And like every time something good happen, you feel like, okay, you happy for what's going on, and then something come and snatch that happiness away. And it just gets to the point where you like, well, what the fuck? Like, why is this happening to me? What did I do? What did I do to make God mad? What did I do to upset him? Do I need to apologize for something? In the actuality, you didn't do nothing. And it's a hard thing to see other people being blessed and you sitting there and like, okay, well, when is my blessing coming? Not that you're not having blessings, because you are, but your blessings are not what you may want at the time. But you being blessed because you're getting a doctor's report that's good when you know your doctor's report should maybe be bad. Or you getting, you not hungry, but you ain't got no money, but you got food. Or, you know, it's cold outside and you got a place to live that's hot and warm, but you don't view that as a blessing at the moment. You just watching people post pictures of houses and cars and on trips, and you sitting there like, well, when is my blessing coming? When is this coming for me? And you know, feeling some kind of way, but you're not feel like me. I don't feel no kind of way about the people that's being blessed. I'll be mad at God because I'll be like, okay, well, when is my blessing coming, Jesus? When is my blessing coming? You blessing everybody else, and I'm right over here. Joseph McRae is sitting over here. Number 151. I'm right here, honey. When we gonna get to my number? Jesus, I'm 151. Now I don't know if they were 72 or 95, but I'm 151. I got my tag right here. I got my number. And you be sitting there like, okay, Jesus, here I am. Because I'm not one of those people that hate. Believe me, when I see my friends are blessed and people that I know are blessed, I am happy for them. I am ecstatic for them. But when I'm sitting in misery, I ain't gonna lie, I'll be mad at God. Like, okay, God, where mine? Where is mine? When am I getting my blessing? I'll be mad at the people because they earn whatever they got and they deserve whatever they got. I'm sitting here looking at God like, okay, where mine? You bless them. They didn't do that on their own. You did that for them. You helped them do that. So where mine? Where my blessing? Right, Melissa? He preparing us. And that's what I be thinking. I just really be sitting back going, where my blessing, Jesus? Where mine? Where we at? Number 151, I'm right here. Oh, but yeah, we are. I've been asking this for 6 years. Terry, let me tell you something. It's rough, it's hard, but it's all part of a plan. And I hate saying that because Tramel's tell me that all the time, and I get mad at his ass. I'm like, what kind of plan is this? Make me understand what the plan is, because I don't understand the plan. But it ain't for you to understand the plan. Once the plan is done, and once you get out of it, whatever you're supposed to get out of it, and sometimes it's us because we don't be learning the lesson we supposed to learn in the process. We be going through stuff, and we instead of trying to figure out why and what's going on and learning the lessons that are kind of being shown to us, we still doing the same shit. So sometimes it takes longer than it's supposed to because we ain't paying attention. Because we got to pay attention when things like this are going on in our lives. Terry, if the lawyer been on the case for 6 years, you might need another lawyer. Melissa, you know I'm hard headed too, but when I start seeing things around me happening, I start realizing. See, let me tell y'all something. When I'm going through something, God got to break me down. Because, like Melissa said, I'm hard headed. God got to break me down to the core. So when God teaching me a lesson, child, it's a lesson, honey. It's a lesson. I mean, he know he gotta break me down. He know he got to break me down, honey. He can't do me like anybody else. He can't do me like he do another person. He gotta break me down to the core. Cause he know I'm gonna fight him at every turn until I just give up and say, okay, Jesus, I see it, I accept it, let's move on. But because I went through what I went through in 2016, when things like this happen, it makes me feel some kind of way. I feel like, why are you doing this to me? But at the same time, I know there's a lesson to be learned, or you trying to show me something, or get me to do something, or I blame it on Tramel in my mind. I'm like, what did Tramel do that I'm suffering? Because we married, so we won now. So whatever he go through, I gotta go through, because I ain't do nothing. You put me through this in 2016. So why am I going through this again? Why am I going through this again? And he had to show me, well, you're not going through the same thing. Because let's think back to 2016. It was a little bit different. It might seem the same, but it's a little bit different. And did you really learn the lesson that I set out for you to learn? And the answer to that is yes and no. Yes and no. I think I learned my lesson in 2016, but I think I didn't fully learn what he wanted me to learn. I learned it now. Oh, baby, trust and believe. Now I learned it. I know what I need to do going forward. I learned my lesson. Trust and believe that. My mama used to say, sit your butt down or the Lord will say, Trisha, you ain't never lied. Sit down or God will sit you down. And that's true. And like I said, I know that I have learned the lesson that I was taught back in 2016. But in 2020 and 2021, I've learned that lesson even better than I learned it in 2016. Because it ain't the same. It's similar, but it ain't the same. Right, Melissa. See, and that's the key. Once you learn the lesson, I'm like you. I start dissecting myself and saying, okay, I see where I'm going wrong. I see what I need to do. I see what. And the thing is, I know what the lesson is because me and Tramel just had a conversation the other night about the lesson without, we didn't say, oh, this is the lesson God is teaching us. We just had a conversation. And the conversation was to let me know that he figured out the lesson and I figured out the lesson. So let's get it together. That's why we are excited to leave here. We are excited to move. At this point, like, both of us feel whatever don't get in the car just won't be in the car. But I'm not leaving my good stuff, honey. Trust and believe that. Like I said, whatever don't fit, I'm not going to worry myself. I'll just get a storage unit and I'll let Tramel pack the car on the second. Once I get this tire out the back and whatever ain't in there, I'll get a storage unit and put it in storage. And then come back up here before the month is over and get my stuff and call it a day. Because I'm not going to worry myself. My cats got to get in the car. I got to get a big enough carrier for both of them to get in. Because if I put them in separate carriers, Jax is going to meow the entire trip there. And I'm not looking forward to that if I don't put them in the same carrier. So I got to get a big carrier so that I can put them both in the same carrier. It's just some things I got to do on the second so that the cat's comfortable, I'm comfortable, and everything is everything. Trisha said get a muzzle. Child. Gotta get something, honey, because Jax will meow. Well, we got him from, because we got him from, I don't know if y'all know, like PetSmart. When you go on PetSmart, you see like the cats behind the glass. Those are all cats and kittens from a rescue, a shelter that they just put in PetSmart so you could adopt. So when we got Jax and Tigger, he put them in separate boxes. Child, Jax meowed the whole 45, well, it wasn't 45 minutes. It was about 30 minutes. The whole 30-minute ride home, child. Jax just meowed and meowed and meowed and meowed and meowed and meowed. I'm like, I can deal with that. Well, I can't even say nothing because when I had my dog literally barked for 18 hours in the car while I was driving from Maryland to Georgia. That dog barked the entire time. When I tell you I wanted to kill her, oh my God. I was in the car saying, shut up, shut the fuck up. Oh my God. Like, that dog barked from the time I put her in that cage in that car till the time I got to Georgia and took her out that car. I don't even know why it took me 18 hours to drive there because of traffic. Baby, when I tell you it was a relief to get the fuck out of that car, at every rest stop, it was a relief because I'm like, oh. Every time I had to stop and get gas just to get out of the house, honey, I can't. So I already know. Right, Melissa. That's why I want to put them in the same. And I probably put them in the carrier and get something with catnip on it so they can like mellow out. So that way they'll be a little mellowed out, a little high. Make them a little high with a little catnip, and you know that'll be that. Because I know Jax, Melissa, let me tell y'all one thing that annoys the shit out of me. Like, I don't care whether it was Jax or Jomel. I don't care. They could lay on me all night. They could cuddle up next to me. They could walk on me. They can even wake me up. I don't care. What I cannot stand is the barking and the meowing. That will drive me insane. I the one thing though that I have learned about Jax is most of the time his meowing means something. Like, it's either he's looking for Tigger, but see, when we got him, they told us that he liked to talk, as they say. He likes to talk, so it wasn't like we didn't know that he was a meow. But at first, he would come out and just stand somewhere and meow, waiting for Tigger to come. He still does that to this day. He will just, if he's upstairs and he comes downstairs, he will sit at the bottom of the stairs and meow until Tigger decides to come downstairs. A lot of time Tigger pay him dust. So me and Tremella just call him into the room with us. And he'll come in the room and stop meowing. But sometimes Jax just meow, just keeps going and going. And when he does that, I know, okay, you don't have no food, you want food, something ain't right. Or Tigger is locked in a room somewhere and he done jumped in a closet and we don't know because his meow is not as loud as Jack's. So when Jax is just going, 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 then I know that something ain't right. Right, Melissa, that's Jax. He always got so much to say. It's like, child. Jamel just called and be like, and the thing is, he's like he took to me like Jomel. So everything is me. Like, he wants to sit in my. He just started that. He wants to sit in my lap. He wants to be up under me. When we sleep, he wants to sleep on top of me or in between my legs. Stuff like that don't bother me. But like, he treats Tremel like Jomel. Tremel will call him and he pays him dust, and Tremel be like, "You so shady." I think he takes. I think they take to me because somehow they know I'm on dialysis, and they take to me. I guess because of that. Tigger pays us both dust. When Tigger does his own little thing, child. If you saw the picture I posted on Facebook, trust me, that was rare because Tigger, child, you see Tigger when you see Tigger. It's that simple. Like, Tremel saw a cat outside. And he's like, "Is Tigger in the house?" I'm like, "Tremel, don't play me. Don't tell me about cat outside because I have a fit." He's like, "Well, I seen the cat walk out our backyard, look like Tigger." I said, "Well, why would you let the cat out of the house?" And he was like, "Well, I'm just checking." So I'm calling Tigger. Here he come. I'm like, "That ain't Tigger, Tremel." I said, "Well, do we have a red bell around the neck?" He was like, "No." I said, "Well, then it ain't Tigger, damn it." But Tigger do his own thing. Tigger be around the house. You see Tigger when you feel like it. When he feel like it, he'll come. He'll want to be rubbed and played with for a hot minute. Tigger take off. You won't see him again, child. Jax, on the other hand, is very needy. He wants to be rubbed. He wants to be held. He wants to be cuddled. And the thing about Jax is he don't realize that them claws are not to be fucked with, honey. He always retracting them claws. So when we move, I'm not declaring my cats because I think that's inhumane. I'm gonna buy the covers for their claws because right now they need them claws because y'all know what happened when we got the cats. the little critters decided to come. Let me tell y'all. Wait a minute. He even shakes his head no and side eye when he don't want to do something. My mom got a kick out of that. Oh, Melissa, yes. Jax is so shady. Jax is like real shady, honey. But let me tell y'all. So they don't really claw nothing, to be honest with you. So, it's not really bad. Except our YouTube chairs, child, they claw those chairs up. But they don't really claw nothing. Where it's like, oh, y'all fucking up my furniture or y'all fucking up the walls. They don't really claw like that. But when we move, just to take precaution, I'm getting them nail covers. Hopefully they let me put them on them. Tigger, I don't know, because, child, you got to catch Tigger when you can. Like I said, Jax will be in my face. And just the mere fact that I'm touching him alone. As long as you don't pick him up, when you pick him up, he don't like to be picked up. So, as long as he laying on your lap and he'll let me grab his paw. So I tested it out. I said, okay, he lets me grab his paws. I'm not gonna try to cut the nails, but I'll put the covers on them. That way, you know, it is what it is. Because I won't do that now, honey, because they need them claws. Let me tell y'all about this landlord, honey. So y'all know we had that little problem with the little, icy micey. So thank God they haven't caught anymore since the last couple Tigger caught. But I think there's one in here because Tigger play in the kitchen. And when Tigger plays the kitchen, that means there's something waiting. So I told y'all I called the landlord and I told him, I said, I think I know where they coming from. You need to send somebody over here to fix this. That was a month and a half ago. Ask me if anybody came yet. Now, you got new people coming. So I want to see what's going to happen. Because it ain't my business. It ain't none of my business, honey. None of my business. None of my business. Hey, in Q's World. Hey, Brenda. Well, y'all, yes, I cannot wait to leave here and move. Yes, Melissa, you heard me. I couldn't take it no more. I had to eat a piece of ice, honey. Y'all know ice is my thing. And you know what? I know y'all gonna say I'm crazy. But I asked because I'm in the ice group on Facebook, and these women are like ice, like they are all outside scooping up snow right now, eating the snow. Child, I don't do that because I don't trust nothing falling from the sky, honey, because there's probably chemicals all in that motherfucking snow. So I don't do that. But I asked them because I thought it was just me. Because these women in this group, baby, when I tell you they don't play when it comes to ice, they do not play when it comes to ice. They are very serious about their ice. When I tell you they are serious, they are very serious about their ice. Child, ice is like food to them. Like, seriously. Some of them eat ice for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I'm the same way, honey. I eat my ice. So I asked them, I said, some of y'all might not know what I'm talking about. But I asked them, I said, is the ice better to you when you could taste the chemical from the freezer in it? And they was like, yes. Oh my God, yes. And I was like, okay, so how do you get the chemical taste in the ice? And they was like, you got to use hot water because the ice tray, if you notice, and it's true, you ever notice when you fill your ice tray, if you fill it with hot water, it kind of have this refrigerator smell to it. Well, when you put hot water on ice and then it start melting, it has that taste to it of that smell, and it is so good. It is so good. It is so good. Oh, and Q's, the best ice come from Sonic. That's hands down. Sonic has the best ice. Sonic give you the best ice. They say Chick-fil-A too, but I don't do Chick-fil-A because of how they feel about gay people and giving their money to all these anti-gay organizations. So I don't, as much as I ain't gonna lie, as much as they have a salad that I love and they have lemonade that I love, I just can't see myself giving them money to turn around and support anti-gay organizations when I'm gay. So I don't go to Chick-fil-A. But according to them, I, Sonic hands down. That they all, everybody in that group agrees that Sonic has the best ice. Sonic has the best ice, and then they all say Chick-fil-A. Like I said, I don't do Chick-fil-A because of the reasons why I stated why I don't do Chick-fil-A. But you know, that's that. Yes, Melissa, you know what I'm talking about. See, you know what I'm talking about. When they get that cloud in it, yes, and that cloud tastes just like the chemical honey. Yes, and that's what all my ice in my cup look like. That's why I was looking at it and I couldn't take it. I said, I gotta chew a piece. I don't care if they hear me, honey. Yes, Melissa, you know exactly what I'm talking about. When you get that cloud in it, honey, and it start melting and it's nice and soft in the middle because of the cloud, but that cloud tastes like the ice tray smell. Or like the freeze, like when you leave your freezer open, when you leave your freezer open, and especially in the summertime when the hot air hit it, it have this chemical smell to it. I don't know. It's nothing bad. It's not a bad smell. It's just like even if you buy a brand new refrigerator, that's what I could say. When you buy a brand new refrigerator and open the freezer, that new, fresh, new smell, like a car have that new smell, the freezer have that smell, but the ice takes on that it really takes on the flavor of the smell, and it just tastes so good. Infused, you can't. It doesn't have a smell. It's a taste. So, like, if you freeze the ice cube, if you make the way I found out to get it, because I kept wondering why when I make ice, I never have that taste. When Tramel make ice, it always has that taste. Like it always has that taste. And I'm like, he thought I was playing because I was like, Tramel, you make the best fucking ice. Like he would get mad at me because I was like, get me some ice water, get me some ice because his ice always tasted like that. So I said, what are you doing? I said, how are you getting the ice to taste like this? And he's like, I'm using hot water. And then when I started making ice with hot water, the ice trays, because I was putting hot water in it, started having that smell. And I said, okay, the ice trays are having that smell. So that's why the ice is taking on that flavor. Yes, here we go with the ice. Did you get everything? Did you remember what I asked for? Did you remember what I asked for? Thank you. I love you, babe. Y'all hear how you talk to me? I hope y'all didn't hear that. I hope y'all didn't hear how my husband just talked to me. He's mean and evil.
Whatever.
And why you my husband love wearing my clothes. Babe, you losing weight. Because you couldn't wear those pants before.
Pot roast.
Child, that pot roast, child. He's starting up with the pot roast, y'all.
Pot roast.
You hear him? I wish y'all could see him dancing around this room, screaming, singing the pot roast. And Q said, hi, Tramel.
Thank you.
When Mama used to have the old fashioned fridge, I'd be scraping ice before it. Melissa, yes, Tramel told me that that's the good ice too. My grandmother would never let me do that. She would tell me I can't eat that ice. It was poison. She would tell me I couldn't eat the ice because it was bad for me. Yeah, she told me I couldn't eat that ice because I wanted to. Lord knows I wanted to.
You was poison.
In the car.
No, I was had the card. It's cold. When I tell you, it's cold as a witch's tit.
I know. What is it still? What? How many
Oh, baby,
degrees?
it's cold out here.
How many degrees is it, child?
I don't even
Wait, let
know.
me look at my phone because this morning it was -11. It was -11 degrees this morning, y'all. Oh, right now it's 18. Well, that was at 5:09.
I'm getting ready to get under the covers. I'm so cold.
What you cooking?
Chicken with peas and rice. Yes, man. Yes, man. We're gonna have Jamaican dinner.
Jamaican dinner.
Jamaican dinner. We're gonna have peas and rice and chicken.
I said pork, but you know, I know you don't do pork.
They didn't have nothing there cheap.
Terry said, "Get warm, Tremel."
I am.
Y'all, last night me and Tremel went to the store. We decided we wanted snacks at like 12:30 at night. Child, when I tell you it was child, if you ain't never been out in -5, honey,
It's colder than a witch's tit out there.
it was cold as hell last night. I looked at my phone. I said, "Child, I should have let you come out here by yourself."
You need some hot cocoa
It was -5.
outside.
And then when I woke up this morning and I saw -11, I was like, "Oh, child, are you kidding?" When I looked at you know how you can look at the weather going across for the day, it said it wasn't going to be 1 degree until 10 o'clock in the morning, and I saw 11 at 7. I was like, "Well, I won't be going. We won't be going to get no coffee till around 10 o'clock, and even then, it's too damn cold." When I tell y'all it's cold up here, it is cold. And then what makes it bad is it's like snow up to your calf. So all the snow is frozen. So all you hear when you outside is crunch, 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 crunch. Cause it is a hot, cold mess outside. I know that don't even sound right. A hot, cold mess. Yes, -11, child. It is cold up here. That's why I'm glad to be leaving here too, child. I'm tired of this damn cold. I'm tired of looking drab because there ain't no sun come out. I need my little healthy skin back, honey. I'm dry all the time and itching my skin because I'm just dry. Am I pregnant? No, this is good, child. Sun chips and garden veggie cream cheese as a dip. That's good.
No,
Thank me after you taste it.
no, thank you. But now I want to taste that. But now I want to browse try to taste that.
Yes, child, it is cold up here. When I tell y'all it is cold, it is cold. But we will be back in civilization the week after next, getting our lives back together. Like I said, me and Tremel been through a lot in these last couple of months. But everything's about to change for the better. So, you go through things, you live, you learn, you move on. And as usual, we are in the process of all of this and planning and moving and packing. And we still thinking about y'all. I want y'all to know that. We still thinking about y'all and how we going to come back with an even better show than we had before. Me and Q's going to do a mukbang from Virginia and Jersey. I don't know how that's gonna work. We gonna get together and we gonna come up with a plan of what we gonna eat. Mine might look a little different than hers, but if we say steak and rice and potatoes, we both gonna have steak, rice, and potatoes. It might look a little different, but me and Q's gonna do a mukbang and we gonna have a conversation about life, love, marriage. We gonna do the thing, and Q's. Me and you gonna do the damn thing. I'm excited for that. I really am. I'm really excited for that. I am. I am excited to do. Oh, I want some of that soup and cues. I'm gonna need you to make me some and send me some. Cause that chicken and dumpling soup you be making be looking good as hell. And I want some because it just looked thick. Like last night, when I saw that video, I was like, oh, I want some soup. I wanted some soup. You was about to make me go get that chunky, is it chunky or progressive? I know one of them have a chicken and dumpling soup. Now I know it ain't gonna be as good as yours. Cause yours is all from scratch.
I make soup from scratch too.
No, I know Tramel be making soup, honey, all the time. I don't want no soup tonight. I want my little what you
I
said.
gotta make my collard green soup.
Oh no, honey, you eat your collard green soup on your own, baby, because that it was good as hell. I ain't gonna lie, his collard green soup was good. I'm a matter of fact, I'm gonna cause right now I got that as a members only video. I'm gonna make it a regular video so all y'all can see how he made that collard green soup. It was good as hell. I ain't gonna lie. When he said collard green soup, I'm like, what the fuck is collard green soup? And he put chicken wings in it. That soup was good as hell. But let me tell y'all something. Don't eat no collard green soup and think you going out that night. Cause you gonna be in the house, honey. So that tells you what the collard green soup gonna do to your ass. Yeah. Oh my God. Incuse, Terry, incuse, um, chicken and dumpling soup. Cause I love chicken and dumplings. So her chicken and dumpling soup. Oh my God. When she made it the first time, I was eating it out this big old bowl. I was like, now why she ain't call me so we could share some of that? I want to share some of that. Don't be greedy, Incuse. Share with me. Cause one thing about Incuse, I love watching her eat. Incuse will make me hungry. It's only a few people that can do that. Incuse and Lips. I can watch Lips eat and instantly become hungry. I watch Incuse eat and instantly become hungry. Just the way they eat. Just like Incuse just look like she is so enjoying her food when she eats it. It's like you be wanting to reach in and get some because it just look like it just tastes good. And you just want to take like that chicken and dumpling soup. Oh, child. And with the video she made last night, she was just mixing it up. I was like, oh, Jesus, I want this soup right now. Lord God, I want the soup right now. I did. It instantly made me. I was about to go tell Tramel to go to the store and get me some. I think it's chunky. Like I said, it's either chunky or progressive that have chicken and dumpling soup. I don't know. I don't want that now. But I was talking about last night when I saw NQ stirring hers up and talking about. Then she want to be all seductive with it. It has carrots and celery and onions and nice chunked up chicken. And I was like, you better sell me sex and soup at the same time, girl. I'm here for it. I am here for it. Yes, and Q's, I'm going to send Tremel to the description box so he can see what's in it and he can make me some. Oh, yeah. And she said, and there's real thick whipping cream in here. And I was like, child, and Q's better sell sex and that soup, honey. Yes, I caught it. I caught it. She was like, yes, and thick cream. And I was like, yes, you better sell me some sex and soup, honey. I'm ready to pour it all over me and tell Tramel, lick it off, bitch. Here, eat a piece of chicken off these pumpkins. Eat a piece of chicken off these pumpkins.
Corn cakes.
Pumpkins.
Corn cakes. Muffin, little corn cookies. Ain't no pumpkin back there. Stop lying to them folks.
And Q said, I wasn't even trying to make it sound like that. It just came out like that. But see, that's the thing. Like when I eat, Because y'all ain't never really seen me eat. Women on my job, the way you was talking about the soup, they say that's the way I eat. They were like, Joseph, do you have to eat so sexual? I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm not eating sexual. They was like, you don't understand. Look at your mouth. Look at the way you move and lick your lips. And I was like, what are y'all talking? I said, why y'all getting turned on by the way I eat? They like, just the way you eat. Just turn me on.
Sound like that.
Huh?
I said, hoes just naturally sound like that.
Like what? Oh, you calling NQ it?
Huh?
Because I didn't say I was talking. I said eating.
No, I said hoes just naturally sound. They have that seduction.
Ooh, NQ, you heard what he said? You need to punch him in the mouth.
What?
Huh?
What I'm saying?
You said hoes just have that natural seduction.
Yeah, they do. Hoes.
I'm NQ, you heard what he said, right?
I wasn't talking about NQ.
I said she was sounding seductive and selling sex while she was stirring her
I
soup.
didn't say she was a hoe. Did you see? Did you hear me say? Did you say? Did I say NQ's words off?
No.
Okay. I'm putting that narrative out there. Line, telling lies from the book of lies.
She said she get tingly inside for good food. I know that's right.
Oh no.
Oh, yes, the food looks amazing. Jamal making chicken and rice and peas tonight. I know that's right. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I just told Tramel tonight I'm about to send him to the moon, honey.
What?
She said, it's okay. I'll still turn a few tricks for the hubby. I told Tramel, I just told Tramel before he went to the store.
What I told you, you ain't got no money.
I said, I'm about to send you to the moon, honey.
Money?
I'm about to jump on you tonight.
You got money?
Then he gonna look at me and say, well, you ain't got enough money for that.
You got enough money for that fantasy, honey.
He said, I ain't got enough money for that. I know NQ's mine too, honey. I actually retired my whole card before me and Tramel got back together because I said, ain't nothing worse than an old hoe, honey. And I knew I was coming up. Actually, I was coming up on 49 instead. Ain't nothing worse than an old hoe. So let me hang up my hoe. Let me hang up my little hoe clothes and my little hoe card, honey, and become an outstanding citizen.
Sure.
Become a nice little senior girl.
Sure.
Become a nice little senior. Since I'm 50, honey. Get my little AARP card. Put my whole card away from my AARP card, honey. That's what you gotta do. Get rid of the whole.
Your whole 1K.
And start taking loans out my whole 1K, honey. Cause it should be full.
Mine is.
The way I used to hold, honey.
I got me a cute piece of money in my whole 1K.
Child, my whole 1K could take me to 5, 10, 12 years from now.
Ooh, the shade of it all.
Yes, honey, because child. You just smile at me, honey, and I was giving it up.
I ain't got that much in my whole.
You smile at me and say, you cute. You want to fuck? Ha ha! Ooh, child. Let me tell y'all. Oh, I was a hot mess back then. Ooh, and I tell y'all I was a hot mess. Right, Trisha? That's when you become a madam, honey. When you get the AARP card and you let the young girls work for you. Right. I traded in my whole card for my AARP card, honey. I'm at that age. I said, I can't be standing in the clubs looking like the old man I used to talk about when I was young, saying they geriatric and they should be home in a home somewhere, honey. I am that old man now. I can't be that old man. No, no. And then I get these little young boys coming up to me, talk about they gonna put it on me. Child, bye. I mean, I was flattered by it. That they thought I was only 30 something. Meanwhile, I'm damn near 50. But I'm not that type of Mm-mm. You 20 something. Mm-mm. Now maybe if you catch me on the right night back then. I might have gave you a little something to go home and tell your friends. I was with this older man, honey, and he rocked my world. You know how they say, old pussy, some good pussy, honey. Ew. That was right in the phone, Tremel. Old pussy is some good pussy. I shouldn't have said that on camera. I'm sorry. That's the way gay men talk. It wasn't. I hope none of y'all got offended. Because it wasn't meant to offend. Oh, Brenda, I agree. I'm like wine, honey. I get better with age. But I ain't gonna let these little young kids talk about me the way I talked about older men. See, that's what happens when you see, let me give y'all a quick lesson. In gay lifestyle, by the time, when you first come out, you be young, you be like 18, 19, 20 something. By the time you 25, 26, you really become a has-been, honey. By the time you 30, you old. By the time you 40, you ancient. And by the time you 50, child, they look at you like, child, you a relic, honey. Right. Go somewhere, sit your ass down. So, even though I know I'm 50, they don't know I'm 50. So I don't, I know how I looked at the men that was older than me back then, and I just refused to let the little young kids talk about me the way I talked about older men back then. Terry said I did. Terry said I did better than y'all. I married Joseph and Tremella, let them do all the sex acts. No, because that's how it works. I don't know how it worked for women, but I know for gay men, job, like we age really quick in this lifestyle. Once you turn 25, honey, you a has been. By the time you 30, you old. By the time you 40, you old your child. By the time you 50, honey, most of them don't even make it to 50. So those of us that make it to 50, we like ancient relics, honey. The young kids don't even, you really can't look your age if you want them to mess with you. Or you get the young ones that just looking for a daddy figure, honey. And they like you because they really looking for somebody to be their daddy. And I was like, I'm nobody's daddy, honey. When they started, hey, daddy, I was like, ooh, child, I'm going home. I'm going home, child. But it is a blessing, when I tell you a blessing, to be 50 years old and like Tremella be 54, because like our friends didn't make it this far. A lot of our friends didn't make it this far. Hell, some of my friends ain't make it to 30. And it's just a blessing to be this old. Even though, it's like I blinked and it's like yesterday I was just 21 and then I blinked and I'm 50. But I embrace my age. I love it. I love the fact that I'm getting gray hairs in my beard because I earned every last one of these grays. I don't mind them. At first, when I started getting older, I look exactly the same. Like I just look a little older, but I look exactly the same as I did as a little boy. So for me, it was like I was feeling bad because I just looked at myself and I was like, wow, I don't have that youthful look no more. You could see that I have years on me. But then I embraced that. I was like, I earned these years, child. I've been through a lot of shit. I've been through a lot of shit in my life. And I earned every gray. I earned every wrinkle. And I can't stay youthful forever as much as I would love to. As much as I would love to. Brenda Taylor, since you in here, we gonna have a conversation. Me and you always spell my name wrong, and it just gets under my skin. It just does. Thank you, boo. And it gets under my. But see, you spell it the way it sounds, so I ain't even mad at you. But my name is spelled Joseph. You spell it the way that it sounds. I mean, the way you wrote it is technically probably is the way that it should be spelled, but it ain't. It's the other way. The S is before the E. Hell, Maria. But yes, I embrace my age. I love it. Because, like I said, a lot of my friends didn't make it this far. Hell, some of my friends ain't make it to 30, others ain't made it to 40. And with the way the world is going now, child, no, it's no big deal. No, because, and Q's, let me tell you, a lot of people do that because they spell it the way it sounds. A lot of people spell it the way it sounds. Yeah, see what I mean, Betty Boop? Because a lot of people spell it the way that it sounds. Because that's the way that it sounds. Tremel. Yeah. A lot of people spell it the way that it sounds. Right. I embrace my age. Tremel, on the other hand, he be wanting to be young again. He be sitting there, I need some Botox. I need to get rid of these lines. I love when he have the gray hair, and I love when he do the gray. It just make me feel like I'm with it because I've always dated older men. So I love it when he has the gray and the what have you because it's just so sexy to me. Because I've always dated older men. I've only in my whole life I dated one person that was we were like a year apart in age, and he was younger. Whatever, Tremel. He was younger than me. He was a year younger than me. But other than that, I've always dated men older than me. What? You know what? I'm not even gonna fight with you right now because I'm live and I'm enjoying my people. Right, Brenda. That's what I feel. I let me tell y'all. In these last 2 years, I've been through so much stuff, and it makes me sit back and go, like, for real, this is what my older years are gonna be. Like, I was more productive when I was younger, and I wasn't trying to be productive for real. And it's just like I said before, it's all part of whatever, as Tremel likes to say, God plan is. It's all part of that. But I persevered through all of it. I don't look like none of what I've been through. I can walk normal, which, according to the doctors, I should just be able to walk right about now. I should just be starting to walk, and I've been walking since I fell in September. I was walking in October, November. So I have a lot to be. That's what I was saying before. When I look at other people's blessings of houses and cars and trips and stuff, and I feel like I'm not blessed, I have to sit back and look at stuff like that. I have to sit back and say, well, how can you say you're not blessed? Because the doctor told you wasn't going to walk till January, and you've been walking normal since October, November when you fell. You know, things like that. Those are blessings, but you tend to overlook stuff like that because you just want these big, elaborate blessings that ain't for you right now. The little ones are the ones that you are have to be thankful for. You got to be thankful for the good, the big, and the small. And it ain't always about the big. It ain't always about the big. Yes, and cues. Yes, I feel the same way. Tramel just gets so child when he do his hair gray. See, I don't mind when he put on the hair, but I love when he put in the gray hair or he mix it gray and black, and he because he just did it, but y'all didn't see it where it looked like a Caesar cut, and he had like he had salt and pepper hair. It was so sexy to me. Or like when he do his beard, like in that picture, where it's gray and black, like no, not that long, but gray and black like that. I love it. I love when Tramel have gray and black hair. It is so sexy to me. It's such a turn on. But he don't really particularly care for it. He do it, but he don't really particularly care for it. He don't understand. Like Tramel, he always says to me, "I don't look the same like when we first met," and I try to tell him, yes, he does. Like he don't understand. To me, he looks exactly the same. To him, he look different because he older. God kept you. You are blessed, thankful, and pray over yourself and be humble. And God knows you best. Brenda, you. That's the truth. That is definitely, 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 definitely the truth. That is definitely true. I know that's right, Trisha. But like I said, sometimes when you take two steps forward and get snatched back three, or feel like you've been snatched back three, those little blessings seem to fly out the window, and you be like, I don't understand. What is going on? God, you need to make me understand what's going on. Like, if you playing with me, just let me know. I'm part of a chess game, and this the way we moving right now. Because I'm okay with that. If that's what we doing, then let it be. But I need to know because I'm a little confused at why every time I take two steps forward, I get snatched back three more. I I I, I guess because I ain't supposed to be there yet, so he got to snatch me back and keep me in a certain place just for the time that's there. But it is what it is, y'all. It is what it is. Chanel, they all say grand black hair look good on you.
Thank you.
Melissa said the short haircut is fire.
Mm-hmm.
Except that time when he did that little shortcut, honey, that he looked like one of the five heartbeats, honey. I don't know what that was giving, honey, but it was. I told him don't ever do that again, honey, because that little short, blunt, little half bob, half. I don't know what was not the look, honey, but I let him. I child, nobody was ready for that, honey. That was giving you something from Soul Train, honey. That was the only hairstyle Tremel ever gave himself that I was like, Now the other one that y'all didn't see, that wet and wavy, oh, that was over, honey. I don't even know why he took that out because that was over. And that little piece of hair in his eye, oh yes. I said, oh, you wait a minute, you gonna do that to me, honey? I need that little piece of curly hair in my eye, so when I'm talking, I can flip it out of my eye, and that would look so hot on me, and like a strawberry blonde or like a honey blonde. Yes, honey, I would be giving you Latina. I want the hairstyle with that little piece of hair in my eye. He laughed every time I say that I want a piece of hair in my eye. He's like, "Why do you want a piece of hair in your eye?" I said, "Cause so I can flip it out." He's speaking to you patience and humility. The best is yet to come. God's timing is awesome. Brenda, you're right, because one thing I don't have that I know God is trying to teach me is patience. Because I feel if I think it, I should have it. Or if I think it, it should already be done. And when it doesn't work that way, I get so upset and I get so impatient and I won't stick with it. I'll move on to the next thing. And he is trying to teach me patience, I'm sure, and I know that. And I'm slowly but surely learning that when it comes to God, I have to wait patiently. I can't just tell him, look. I want it right now. Because you know what? I've learned a lesson. I learned a lesson, like I said, back in 2016. What I want is not necessarily what I need, or what I want is not necessarily what he has for me. Because I set my sights on something, and he actually gave me something else that was more efficient and better for me. And in that moment, when I wanted to get mad and angry and be pissed off, I was calm. My whole spirit was calm. I said, you know what? It ain't for me. Just like something else recently. I was trying to do something and I had to rely on somebody else to do something for me to make it happen. And they're being an asshole. And they're like, well, I'm not going to do that. And I'm not going to do that for you. And, they tried to explain their reasoning to me. And I was like done with it. And Tremel was like, no, I'm going to send a message. And he sent a really nice message. And the person ignored the message and paid it. So today, Tremel, I told Tremel, I said, well, the person didn't answer the text message. I said, but all that means is that ain't for me. It ain't for me. Because let me tell you something. Whatever God got for me, and this goes for you too, whatever God got for you, can't nothing and nobody stop it. And if somebody is able to step in and stop it, just understand that it ain't for you and move on. It ain't for you. Because, some people will stand there and argue and fight and do this, and you're going to do this, and y'all get into this whole big situation. Because God is blocking it, telling you, it ain't for you, boo. Just move on. It ain't for you. Because if it was for you, it would have just happened when you asked for it to happen, and it would have went smoothly, and it would have just been what it was. And those are lessons that you have to learn. That when things don't just happen, it ain't for you. People can't block your blessing. They can't. They can try, but they can't block your blessing. So I just told Tramel today, I said, you know what? And I'm tell you how I said it. I said that fat bitch didn't respond to the text. I was like, so you know what? It ain't for me. It ain't meant for me to do this. So I'm just gonna move on, and that's it. I feel some kind of way. I ain't gonna lie, I do. But I also know that it ain't for me. Right, Melissa. Exactly. Exactly. We want level 10, and God is trying to give us level 20. And when you get level 20 and you sitting back realizing you was ready to settle for level 10, you kind of low key feel stupid and be like, well, I was ready to settle for this, but God gave me this. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes you just gotta roll with it. And that's how I feel. I feel like what I wanted to do, it was blocked. So that just means God got something bigger and better for me. Bigger and better. It was an opportunity to make a little bit of a coin. Well, not a little bit of a coin, but a pretty little piece of coin. But at the same time, if it ain't for me, it ain't for me. That's just how I see it. Cause can't nobody. I've always been a firm believer all my life, and can't nobody stop what God got for me. You can try, but if it's for me, ain't nothing you can do about it. Now, if you can block it, then guess what? It ain't for me. It ain't for me. Because you can try all you want. If it's for me, it's for me. And God gonna make sure I get it. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed my little impromptu Saturday. I miss you guys and I wanted to talk to y'all and see y'all. I did. I really did. I wanted to see you all because we haven't had a conversation and I haven't been on in a while. I know Tramel came on, I think earlier this week, and I wanted to come on and say hello. I know I missed some people in the chat like Reese Cup and James Setter, but I'm sure they will catch the replay. And shout out to everybody new that joined the page. Shout out to all of those new people. Shout out to all the people that have been members and have memberships and are ladies and knights at our round table. And we do have some lords at the round table and knights. Shout out to all of y'all. We appreciate you guys. We really, really, really do. Check it out. And when you're on your path, they're going to take a peek, ask for some time. Yes, exactly, Melissa. They can watch your glow up, honey, and keep it moving. They can watch your glow up and keep it moving. I'm glad, Terry. I'm so glad you enjoyed. And Q's, I'm glad you enjoyed. Yes, I am about to go and eat me some sun chips and dip it in some garden style cream cheese. Tremel said that's nasty. Who does that? But it's really good. The cheddar, the harvest cheddar sun chips, and you use some veggie garden cream cheese as like a dip. Honey, those things are, it is so good. Trust me, it is the bomb. Try it. It's good. Thank me later. Yes, thank me later. Yes, the cheddar harvest sun chips and some garden veggie cream cheese and use the cream cheese like dip. Ooh, baby. It's really good. It is really, really, really good. I know who, I know if anybody in here, I know who will try it, and that will be in Q's world because she's going to try it and say, Joseph told me to try this, and she's going to enjoy it. I know she will. If nobody else tries it, I know in Q's will. Yes, Brenda. I see, and I'm happy. Yes, Trisha, I will see you all later. Like I told y'all, we don't come on every day, but you will get some impromptus. And then once we move and get settled in, which will probably take about a week, about a week, maybe a little bit more than a week, because we got to get our little doctors together. Child, I got to get my car together when I get back to Jersey, because remember, I was up here in New York, and I got to get my car inspected. Child, the sticker on my car is from Child, the sticker on my car expired February of 20. It is now February. It will be February 2022. So when I get back to Jersey, I have got to go to motor vehicle and get my registration and then go and get my car inspected, child, before they take my car off the street, honey. Yes, I got to get that together soon as I step foot in Jersey. I can't go nowhere until I get that together, honey. Cause they look at that, I might get away with it because it says 220, but if they really get into it, they'll realize, wait a minute, this car got a sticker from February 20. It's February 2022. What the hell? And I'm sure my sticker isn't the wrong color because I don't even know what color it is for from last year. Shit, I don't even know what color it is this year. So that's the first thing I got to do when I get back to Jersey is get my car together, honey. Because I couldn't get it done up here unless I registered it. And that was a whole nother story, Joe. So then I got to change my license over because my license expired in the middle of the coronavirus up here. So I couldn't go to Jersey and get it done again. I couldn't go to Jersey and get it done again. Yes, my decal NQ in my window says 2020. And I have got to get it done. So now the problem is my license says New York because my Jersey license expired while I was here, and I couldn't go to Jersey because of Corona and renew it. And when I tried to renew it in the mail, it was too late. So I had to get a new one up here so I wouldn't be driving dirty with a bad light with an expired license. So now I gotta go to Jersey and switch it back over to Jersey. And uh I got a lot to do when I first get back. because I got to get all of that in order before I start driving around. So I plan to do that. We going back on the 3rd. So I plan to fix that on the 4th. I just have to run to the dialysis center real quick. And I'll probably go after I go to the dialysis center. Because, I got to get all of that together as well. So I'll be busy for the first week. And after that, we can start making videos again and doing what we do and doing all our new stuff that we plan on doing new for you guys and all that good stuff. Yes, all that good stuff we plan on doing. And the new shows, and then I gotta get with NQs and we gotta figure out what we gonna eat together. I think that's gonna be fun. And NQs, watch when we do this NQs, it start other people doing mukbangs like this. Watch. I bet you. You and me start something. I bet you and me start something. I bet you. We gonna start something and watch other people start taking our idea and doing it. Watch. I know they are, because that's how it always starts. I know that's they gonna take our idea and start doing it. Watch. They're gonna take our idea and start doing it. And I'm gonna let them know you stole it from NQs and Joseph. Melissa, I think it's gonna be fun. I think we gonna eat the same thing, but it'll be how NQs cook it and how I cook it, and then we can tell y'all the difference in our food and how we cooked it, or we could cook the same thing. Like she can make the chicken and dumpling soup, and then I can make the chicken and dumpling soup, and we could be sitting there both eating chicken and dumpling soup. Because two people can make the same thing and it look totally different. I think NQs, that's what we should do. We should find recipes and both make them, and then eat it together in a live. Do like a mukbang and talk to everybody, but show them like just because we both made the same thing and followed the same recipe, how they look different. Because that people can cook the same thing and it look totally different. It'll look totally different. It'll be the same thing and it'll look totally, 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 totally different. Totally different. Child, I wonder, you know what? Let me do this, honey, because I think a bitch needs this. Because hopefully I'm wrong, but maybe I'm right. Let me do that because I'm nervous. Yes. But anyway, y'all, let me get out of here. Y'all enjoy the rest of your weekend. I know it's cold everywhere, but stay warm as you can in this cold. Enjoy your weekend. And I will be back soon and we will have another conversation. And just because we not live every day, make sure y'all follow us on all social media outlets. That would be Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and of course, right here on YouTube. We do have a Snapchat and a TikTok, so y'all can follow us on there too. We don't post on there, but we will start soon. And make sure if y'all follow us on Spotify, on our podcast, or Apple and Google Podcasts, you can follow us on there as well. And if you want to become part of the McCray King's Kingdom, hit that join button. Hit that join button and become a knight at our round table or a lady. Become a lady or a knight at our round table. And make sure you check out the McCray King's Boutique for everything McCray King's and Dare to Be Different. Because why would you want to be the same? And if nobody else tells you today that they love you, Just know that Tremel and I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Again, thank you guys for spending an hour and 40 minutes with me today. And I appreciate it, and I appreciate you guys taking time out to be with us. We love you. Be safe, be warm, and you know how we end every live, so you might as well say it with me, because you know what it is. It's Team McCray all damn day. Later, y'all.